Yo, good morning. How's it going? No audio? I mean, no one was saying anything, so I just wasn't saying anything. Yo, how's it going, Garrison? How many channel points to a flip? I don't think I can do a flip in my room. I'll have to bring back channel points for handstand and stuff though. Not with the attitude. Yeah. Plane's looking cool. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're in the never-ending cycle of small detail phase. Yeah, it should be okay. Modeling all day, modeling all night. Not too much. I've been playing some video games for a bit. I was playing Elden Ring before this. Yeah, how's it going? Where am I in Elden Ring? I got no idea, honestly. Wandering all over the place. Have I had a dream or nightmare about modeling? Nope. I don't think I've ever had a single dream or nightmare about work. Actually, I just don't remember dreams in general. But I don't think I've ever dreamt about work or modeling or anything like that. Love that game. Yeah, everyone seems to like Elden Ring. I am a Elden Ring beginner. Why does this look so weird? But the only things I'm playing at the moment is like Elden Ring casually and Persona 5 is probably what I'm playing most at the moment. Persona 5 is super fun. God, this position here is super awkward. But no one's going to see this, so it should be okay. You love visiting Diablo 1. Jesus. Every now and then. Damn. Like, I was expecting maybe Diablo 2 or something, but I'm surprised about Diablo 1. Not that I've ever seen Diablo 1. Obviously, just Diablo 2, I guess, is what was the most popular. I don't know. What other games do people go back and play casually like that? I don't know. The only game I feel that I like just booting up and making a new run for is like Cyberpunk or something, but I can play that game like 100 times. God, this model looks awful. such an awkward position, but it'll be hidden, so it's okay. Yeah, it's funny. I was checking my suit today for VES because obviously we have to wear a suit when we go to the awards ceremony. I didn't realize, but I hadn't. The suit is actually from when I was 17, and it still fits, which is kind of crazy. As I make a masterpiece, I wouldn't say this piece of gear here is a masterpiece, but it does the job. Yeah, a lot of people would just like do this and intersect that into that, but this is what makes things look CG, right? Anyone have any recommendations on Look Dev texturing resources? Michael Wild has some decent amount of stuff, I think. But yeah, making these sorts of little connection things definitely goes a long way. Now this feels like it's much more connected. You watched his Mario series? Nice. Yeah, I think I'll probably watch Michael's Mario introduction series videos, and then I'll probably start asking some friends like Mohammed Mari and David Scarepa and stuff like that about texture workflows. Would you group all the small details piece in their own group? No, I'll probably just like combine the studio together, something like that. Grouping the items, would you still group them by material? Yes and no. Like for example, if say we had a udum of alright, let's just grab it up actually. Say we have linear front, main, detail. Cool. Alright, so we have like the detail group here. I might chuck all of this stuff into a udum. I mean, it looks like it should at the moment. There's nothing here now. But I'd probably put all this stuff into one udum since it's all kind of similar. But like say for example, I'll put like all the cables in this corner here, and then I'd put all of these black boxes in this corner up here, and then like all the stainless steel stuff would be in this corner, like stuff like that, right? I don't want to separate. I know it's good to separate by material, but I don't want to have all the detail just like shotgun everywhere. It'll still be within one udum, but it'll be very clear what is where. When it comes to this stuff, it's a bit more different. Like as far as like the main body goes, excluding the detail, let me just hide the detail actually. The main body up here, for example, I have all of the same paint material in one udum. Where the steel, this one here, I'll probably put this in a different udum. But this one, this piece here, since it's the same material as this one, this will probably go into the same medium as this group. That makes sense. It depends. It's user based, right? Like say for example, I could be super nitpicky and be like, all right, this is a aluminium, and then this one is stainless steel, and then this one is plastic, and I just shotgun them everywhere, all over, like different UDIMs everywhere, right? And then the texture artist is the one that goes in and actually decides the material, and then he doesn't think this is steel, he thinks this is aluminum, and like then it doesn't matter because now all the materials are all over the place. So it's usually just easy to put all this like detail together, and then the texture artist will sort that out. But obviously we keep all the big stuff separate. Yo, how's it going? You submit the form for mentorship? All right, I'll check it out. I got a few people starting up, so I have to check availability. But thanks for the submission. I'll check it out. Hey, Master Andrew. I wouldn't call myself a master. I'm just another polygon pusher in the industry. How big is the model or texture team on a show like Dune? It's hard to say. In Vancouver, the model team was maybe maybe 10 in Vancouver. Yeah, I mean, we did the entire movie. There was 10 in Vancouver. Around 10, I guess. I can't say for the other sites. We did most of the hero work, but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot in India, and I don't know. I got no idea what the number is in India. Do you include the materials in the object name as well? Depends on the studio. But yeah, sometimes. I personally am not going to do that. I'm just going to have different shaders for myself. Like when we put this into the pipeline, we can't chuck it into the pipeline and leave materials on it, right? We have to put the standard Lambert on everything. Which is the best UV unwrapping software? I like Maya. People like Rhizome. The worst is probably Blender. Yeah. I like Maya. Maya's got good UV tools. Do you include... Oh no, I just read that book. But yeah, it's hard to know full team size. How about Rhizome? Did I say Rhizome? I thought I said Rhizome. Maybe I said Rhizome or something, I don't know. But yeah, Rhizome is very popular. I like Maya though. Maya is good and reliable for me. What renders does your studio use? I don't know if I can say. I don't know. We used to use Clarice, but Clarice got discontinued. I think in general the most popular render engines, like studios in general, I think is like things like RenderMan. I don't know if Arnold is still used. I think FrameStore maybe uses Arnold. Is this not... Oh, I see. Do you follow the same text notes overall? Do you scale out objects based on as they get smaller? Nah, you want to be consistent for sure. Always be consistent. It just makes everyone's life so much easier. This stuff is so like basic and small, but it's nice to have like subtle highlights at a glance. Like I'm not gonna bother building like the you know, making like insertion points and stuff like that. As long as we have something that catches the light from an angle, then it's all good. If you work on a curved surface that has small details like a screw hole, do you subdivide the whole shape or localize the density? I would say it's a mix of both. Because if you have a super low poly form, but then a really high density area for just one part, then like, say you have to go into ZBrush now, you're kind of fucked. It's better to do it globally. Does that make sense? Is there a reason you're using 2023 instead of 2025? Just haven't bothered upgrading. That's it. That's literally the only reason. I'm not a big fan of like going to the latest version because I don't know how stable it is going to be. So this has been working for me, so I just leave it. There's nothing I've heard of which will blow my mind in the later Mayas anyway, so there's just no need for me to change. Like same thing with my Blender, right? My Blender just usually stays several versions late. UV packs definitely need when packing inside a Blender. I would honestly just not even use Blender for UVs, but if you have to, that tool I hear is good. Hi, I hope everything's going well. How long have you been working on this project and how long do you think it will take in total? This project's hard because I've been working on it off and on for quite a long time. There's just no way for me to know how long it's actually been. It's going to be a while though. There's also the main kind of issue, not the main issue, but one of the issues is the fact that, say for example, when I stream, I'm talking a lot, so I'm not really working as optimally as I would. So it's not an accurate representation of how long it actually takes for it. Like I'm more focused on just chatting and chilling out. And like to work optimally at work and then work optimally after hours afterwards, like right afterwards, like that's not going to happen. Like we work hard at work and we just chill at home. Do you have to sign a lot of NDAs? Yeah. Wonder how many you sign? I mean, you only need to sign one. You just sign one NDA that says you won't share confidential information. That's pretty much it. That's all you need to sign, right? There's no NDA per project or anything like that. For those kind of DO screws, are they usually in same UV space? Yeah, I'm probably going to merge all the screws together and just put them in the corner of a UDOM. If you mean overlapping, no way. We never, but we try and not overlap things in VFX. So when you use the -1 in the scale, don't it fuck up the UVs? Yeah, they're gonna be they're gonna be red when we just flip them and we're fine. We're chilling. It's not an issue. Each screw will get its own pixel real estate. Yes, always. In VFX, we like, if you overlap UVs, for like your hero asset, you're kind of setting yourself up to get screwed over. It's always better to keep everything separate. Because you might think like, oh yeah, we'll be optimal, we'll just overlay everything, and then suddenly the director is like, I want this screw to be red and this screw to be blue, and then you're just like, oh shit. I need to update the UVs now. So it's always just safer. Like the text will, the real estate it takes up is almost nothing anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. With real-time rendering like stuff like Mandalorian's volume, they use game modeling workflows instead? I don't know how much I can. I mean, I don't know. I didn't work on it. But I'm pretty sure they just do standard VFX afterwards anyway and replace everything. I don't know how much of that is left in the movie. I don't know. I do know that Unreal and stuff is used for that sort of stuff, but I don't know. I've never worked on the volume. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, on the subject of overlapping, it sounds like it would make sense, but then usually it's just too risky. And because we don't, just having a few extra screws on another UDIM doesn't really add too much. Will each object and screw have a UV map? And what's the fastest way to get the UV maps? What do you mean by a UV map? Have its own UV map. I don't really get what you're asking. UV map for textures. Am I being stupid? What's a UV map? What caused the pipe to rotate at the bend? The pipe was done in Blender, so something happened in Blender which twisted the pipes. I think they use single channel UVs with UDIMs. Is Blender moment. Yeah, all the pipes I got from Blender are all warped and weird like that. He's talking about the UVs. Maybe I've just never heard the term UV map before, but what do you mean by a UV map? I could be being completely stupid right now, but I don't know what you mean by a UV map. Are you just talking about like UV space on a tile? Like I don't... Will each object and screw have a UV map? So are you just asking if everything has UVs? Yeah, for sure, of course. Is there a reason you use Blender for the pipes? No. The only reason I use Blender for the pipes is because I reused these shapes as an element from something I'd already made in Blender before. That's it. Yeah, everything has got UVs. Of course, everything needs you. Everything, like in VFX, you can't even publish something into the pipeline if it doesn't have UVs. Everything needs UVs. Hero, I mean, at least. Is there? Oh no, I just read that bit. No, I think I was just confused by the term UV map. I just call it the UVs, I guess. I mean, that could just be me being stupid, though. Have you worked in a pipeline with triplane procedural textures? I mean, I don't do texturing, so. But yeah, like procedural texturing is the most important thing. Like it's much easier to update things which are textured procedurally than with just projections, for sure. Yeah, I assume they just mean like, is everything going to have UVs? The answer is yes, everything will have UVs. It all needs UVs. Yeah, some pipelines, depending on the studio, literally flag if you have overlapping UVs. It all gets seen. What's the texture density? Oh my god, I've never had so many people ask me about texture density before. Don't know. I don't look at the texture density. Modeling, select area in. What's the fastest way to get them UVs? I mean, realistically, you just. I don't know how that's crazy. It seems like a pretty normal thing. The easiest is just to go create automatic UVs. Well, that's the easiest way if we want to break it down to that. We shouldn't be doing that, right? We should have everything should have nice UVs if the requirements are there for them. God, this spiral and pipe is kind of annoying, but I can't be bothered rebuilding them. I'll just thank Blender for doing that for some reason. Why did Blender do it that way? Nah, that's kind of bothering me now. I probably should fix that shit. I'm sorry if this is a dumb question. It's all good. First time watching this kind of thing, and it's really cool to watch, but what are you making going into a game? No, it's not going into a game. We're building the YF19, which is a plane from Macross. Is it going to a game? It is not. I work in the film industry. So, yeah. But it's not going into a movie. I'm just working it for fun. No UV equals fired? I mean, no UV just means the texture artist has to do the UVs. I mean, not even then, really. Like, the texture artist can't get the model if it doesn't have UVs. Depending on what studio you're at. What are we doing? I need to wrap up this thing. This is dragging on way too long. It's cool to see landing gear move. What is the most mechanically complex moving object you had to work on? Probably the spider tank. I'd probably go spider tank. I'll show you. I'll show you why the spider tank was complex. Filter, visibility, public. So with the spider tank, where is the spider tank actually? This one. The spider tank has to go from being. So when I worked on this, I needed to fit the spider tank entirely inside of the hunter killer, but I had to make the legs of the spider tank and the arms like fit nicely within aesthetically the design of the hunter killer. So this all fits and functions. And then obviously it all opens up and lands. So that was kind of complex. Because all this stuff has to function, right? Everything has to move and articulate and not crash. And then it has to fit up into this nice little box. I think that's most. Actually, this was quite complex. I had to figure out how the how all of the supporting structure of the ship opens to expose all of this stuff. So I had to figure all that stuff out. That was pretty complex. Dune stuff wasn't that mechanically complex. Transformers wasn't. I think that's the main stuff. Tom Cruise would say he flew a real YF19. It's all good. Tom Cruise can say that if he wants. Wait, so you made this... Wait. I mean, yeah, we just looked at my demo reel of things I worked on in movies, so yes. How did you find my stream, out of curiosity? Rip David Lynch? Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy to hear about that. Pretty shocking. Totally off cricket? Do you watch cricket? I mean, totally off topic. Do you watch cricket? Fuck no. When I lived back in Australia, I remember going to a cricket game and it was extremely boring. I mean, I don't watch much sports in general, but cricket especially is something I don't think I could watch. And I know not very Australian of me, but yeah, definitely not cricket. Like football, like, you know, soccer, proper football, I'm totally cool with watching that. Volleyball is pretty cool. What other sports would I be willing to watch? Never really gone to AFL. Do you have a 3D print? No. I'm sorry, this is just blowing my mind. I was just scrolling and you were on the creative page. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, welcome to the stream. But yeah, so, okay, what I do is 3D modeling for movies. So I build spaceships and stuff for Dune and Star Wars and all that sort of stuff. This is just a personal project though. Yeah, this is the same thing. This is what we do. We build, we take cubes and we modify cubes and then we end up with, you know, spaceships. You can duplicate and modify enough cubes and you end up with a spaceship or a vehicle. This essentially is just a cylinder with lots of other smaller cylinders on top of it. You wish it was that easy? Yeah, it totally is. Just throw a cube here, a cylinder here, maybe a sphere or two, and you're good to go. just a cube, then bam, like spaceship. That's pretty much it. I mean, this was a cube. I mean, the entire body was a cube at some point. But yeah, I don't really think about it more than that, honestly. It's just, we need some more cubic shapes, so I'll just grab this cube and I'll, chuck this cube over here and, do whatever. This is a rounded cube with some other cylinders. That's pretty much it. You can just hop on your PC and do this. I mean, you can, if you spend a few years working on it, for sure. Anyone can do this if they just, if they spend enough time doing it, for sure. Like, I had never had any idea I would end up working on the biggest movies, like Dune and shit like that. I had no idea. But my life has been very fortunate. Very lucky, I guess. I have been fortunate. Not my life has been fortunate. That doesn't make sense. Oh shit, what did I just do then? Is there any time you use the cone primitive? No, I've actually never used a cone ever. There's no reason to. Might as well just to create the cylinder and merge the vertex. I don't have cone hotkeyed, but if I just create a cylinder, grab these, and then merge, I have my cylinder. I have my cone. So there's just no need to. Same thing, I create a cube and then do that. Maybe get rid of the bottom and then subdivide it. You have our... oh, whoops. I need a preset, don't I? Oh no, this wouldn't work, would it? Because it wouldn't hold. Never mind, ignore that example. But the cylinder for sure works. But I don't think I've ever created a cone, ever. Yeah, there's nothing I've ever made which was a cone. At the most, it will do something like this, and we'll have this sort of form. I think we've got one over here, actually. Yeah, like this. But there's still a cap at the top, so it's still not a cone. There's just there's no need for it. Andrew, I hope you're all as well. I know it's been asked a million times, so apologies in advance. That's good. When will you do your next mentorship? I mean, I have a form. Let me grab the form. You can fill out the form and apply. There's no like set times or anything. It's just based on how busy I am at that point. But I'll link the form, and you can fill out the form. It just depends on how busy I am at that point. Like sometimes like students might need a bit of a break or something, or which opens a new spot or something like that. Yo, Grubber, how's it going? Yeah, speaking of mentorship, we need to start talking. Yo, Darcy, how's it going? Yeah, I have a few that want to start in February. So I need to start rounding that all up. Working? What are you working on, Darcy? You're still your Super Cobra? Nice. Yeah, so Darcy and Garrison are both think tank students I had in the past. Yeah, Garrison, we're gonna plug your plane again while I get some water because it's pretty cool. Where is it? God, we talk a lot of shit, don't we? Where is it? Here it is. All right, I'm gonna get my water. You can all admire Garrison's student project. Yo, did you model or is it all in substance? Yeah, it's all model. I personally believe the panels should be in the model. How much do you like hard surface modeling? Would you say it's your dream job? Yeah, I love my job. I, I guess I wouldn't do this in my free time if I didn't love it. I guess. Andrew, you should make a looping slideshow of the work of your students, so you can put it on every time you leave. Yeah, we could totally do that. Oh yeah. So, I spoke to Gerald about coming on my stream. We might be able to sort something out. So he might come on eventually. You never knew this work went into various objects in movies? Oh, you have no idea the amount of work that goes in. You don't see half the. You don't see not even 2/3 of the detail we put on this stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool if we can get Gerald on. And we can shoot the shit with Gerald. Maybe I'll ask Jay if he'd be interested as well. Yeah, it'd be cool to get Gerald on. He has a very, very French accent. So we'll hopefully everyone's okay with that. But yeah, it'd be cool to get Gerard on. You could be a genius who makes things easy but empty. What do you mean by that? Easy but empty. Are you saying like I could be good at my job but don't like it? Is that what you meant? But yeah, I'm gonna see Gerald at VS Awards anyways. That's gonna be cool. Gonna get all suited up, which would be cool. No, I think it's very hard to excel in this industry if you hate it. Because you're going to be competing with people who are passionate as hell and good. There's just no competition, right? Like, competition for this industry is so high. I can't imagine people thriving and surviving if they hate the work. You have to work in your own time, stay competitive. I don't think I wouldn't go that far. I don't think so. Most of my colleagues don't do this in their own time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think they need to do it to stay competitive. Maybe long term, maybe. But I don't think like you need to constantly be up to date on the new software and shit like that. I don't think anyone cares about that sort of stuff. Am I going to start another new personal project? No, unfortunately not. So we're going to do the texturing on stream, but not a new project. Yo, TLD sign, thanks for the prime. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I can show you what it used to look like, actually. If you want to, I mean, we can't obviously start the new project from scratch, but I'll show you what it originally looked like. Let's import the, actually no, I won't import it, I'll reference it. I'll reference the blocking model. Is this, oh, it's nothing. Okay. Right there. There used to be this very low poly look sock-like thing. Yeah, this is what the plane originally starts as. This very, very, very basic shape like this. Like, just a few polygons, everything's kind of looking awful. And then we jump to, actually, let's just get rid of half of it. Oh, I can't because it's reference, can't I? Reference over. So yeah, we jump from this to that, essentially. Hope I get better from flu. I don't think I have a flu. I just sneezed a bit. I don't think I have a flu. But thank you for wishing me health, I guess. Do you have any art books you recommend for hard surface inspiration? Not really. I don't really collect art books or anything. What is that? Oh. Oh, it's that. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's go with that. Have I worked on any games? I have not. Games might be cool one day. I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't want to go work on some random game I don't care about. The only reason I would consider games is if it's like an existing IP I would love to work on. Like, hell, imagine, like, say, CD Projekt Red was like, yo, Andrew, we want you to work on the next Cyberpunk. But you can do it remote from Vancouver. Then I would probably do it. If they wanted me to move, I'd be like, no, I'm fine, thank you. Let's see, reference over. Wait, what am I doing? Reference. Movie reference. You in games, definitely a different world than all this. I think one thing I'm not a big fan about the world of games is like the idea that you're essentially on a project for like 4 years, then the game sucks, or like 4 years, and then like the game gets cut. Meanwhile, like in VFX, like if I work on a bad movie, it's like it was 3 months of my life, so it's not the end of the world. I just couldn't imagine spending my career working on something and it was just. Let's just use Concord as an example. Imagine spending years working on Concord, and you're on the art team, and the art team wasn't really the problem with that game. And then the game is hated and gets taken down like that. To me, that would suck. Meanwhile, if I work on like a Star Wars movie and no one likes the Star Wars movie, it's like, okay, that's unfortunate, but there's more movies to come. Does the blocking shape use increasing? Yes, always. Always. Concord's also amazing. I love seeing them on our station. Honestly, some of the Concorde designs were great. Not the characters. I think the characters are pretty awful. But the vehicles were amazing, I think. One of my favorite concept artists did a lot of the Concorde vehicles, and they were cool as hell. So these are all from Concorde. This stuff is cool as fuck. It's just unfortunate because it's on a project that was just thrown away. Like, this stuff is super fucking cool. Yeah, it's just a shame. But yeah, I think the main issue, well, one of the main issues is just like, I think the characters were really that strong. They're not really characters you want to play, I guess. I would love to fly these ships though. These ships are cool as hell. What tips do you have for tackling huge assets like these? How do you break them down? Just think of everything in simple shapes and do everything in waves. Like, imagine we're building this, right? Don't just go in and start modeling this crazy fucking complex detail here. Just block out the basic shape. Once you got the basic shape, then block out the next basic shapes, the next basic shapes. Like, do everything in waves. Don't jump the gun and be like, I haven't blocked out anything here, but I'm gonna model this engine, like stuff like that, right? Just keep it simple. And then over time, the detail will come. You just by layering model detail in waves. Don't get too crazy. Like, I know students will be like, I'm gonna work on this. Let me just spend like a week modeling crazy shit in here, but they haven't even blocked out the basic shape of this yet. I'm like, yo, chill out. Block all this out first, and then we can start adding detail later for sure. And like, detail will naturally come. Just like blur your eyes and just see like the main basic shapes, right? And just do those. Yeah, like these little details here, these little cannons. We do this later. It doesn't matter. None of this detail matters. All that matters is like the huge base overall forms. Hey Andrew, how are you doing? When you were first coming up and learning, how did you become good and familiar with topology? Just made a shitload of stuff. That's it really. I fucked up a lot. I just made a lot of mistakes and just kept doing it over and over and over again until it kind of naturally clicked over time. Do you remember these in games? I think maybe this all, because it was like the plan for Concord was like a big IP, right? I'm sure these would have been featured eventually, and I just don't think it ever got to that stage, right? Like, all these weapons and stuff are cool. It's just like I think Yeah, I think a lot of people agree that the issue with Concord was the direction of the characters. They just weren't characters that people really wanted to play, I guess. I think the guns and stuff are pretty cool. Like the hard surface design I thought was quite strong. Can I show you how to reference a my file? Sure. So if you go up here, File, you've got something here called Reference Editor. You click that. So this is your reference editor. And what you do is you click this plus sign up here, this diamond. If something has a diamond on it, it's a reference. So if I click this, it just opens up your Maya reference, or your Maya open thing. You literally just look for whatever file you want. Let's just grab this one for some reason. You click reference and it will bring it in and it will appear down here as a new reference. So now this is in the scene. You can see all this stuff was brought in here and it's all got diamonds on it. So it means these are all references and it's in the scene somewhere. I think it's probably sitting on top of this model. Let's just see. Yeah, it's all here. I think the reference was just referencing the whole file, so it's brought in the layers as well. But yeah, so if you turn off this, it should turn it off. Yep. So it turns your layers off. It turns your references off. And then say, for example, you're working in your file and then you've updated the original file and you want to update the reference, you just right click here, go reference, and then reload reference, and it will just update it to the latest version of that file. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, it's done. So now we have the latest version of the file. And then if you want to get rid of it, you just go reference, unload reference. And it will just remove the reference here. No, sorry, unloading reference just turns it off. We need to remove the reference. That's what I meant. So unload essentially just replaces this ticking box. But if we want to get rid of it, we need to go reference, remove reference. And then, are you sure you want to? Yes, off it goes. But yeah, reference super cool because it means you can keep your scene file quite small. Yeah, referencing is very cool. The main kind of issues with referencing is like, say, for example, imagine I'd referenced in, oh, well, this plane is referenced. Like say, for example, this plane here is a reference. If I modify it, like I move this over here, and then I go back to my reference editor, and then I reload the reference, it should, in theory, put the panel back to where it was. In theory. I can't remember if referencing... Oh, interesting, it doesn't. It keeps the transform. Wait, no, I lied. Oh, no, it does. Interesting. Okay. Huh. So it does remember the transforms, but you can't delete it. Yeah, you can't delete. You get an error. I didn't realize referencing actually remembered the transforms. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. But you can't delete stuff. But you can move stuff. I guess that makes sense, right? So let's just put this back to where it was before. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Garrison, you're gonna start working on the cockpit. What's your next plan with your project? Definitely? Cool. I'm actually thinking with your project, I don't know if you actually need to do the cockpit. I mean, you can if you want. It will definitely push it to the next level. But I don't know if it's required. Yeah, your plane's definitely good enough to post by itself. Do I have any Maya shelf tools I use or recommend? No, I don't. I don't have any fancy tools in Maya. I'm pretty generic and simple. I'm not some Maya wizard with crazy plugins and shit like that. I just smash polygons around and that's it. Just touching up other projects. Do you mind if I look at your reel on stream again to remind myself? I'm sure other people will be curious as well. It's an updated version? Sure, you can send me an updated version. I'm sure people would be curious to see what your demo reel looks like. Triangle Circle Squawk. Sick name. How's it going? But yeah, I'm glad I started doing multi-streaming. It's pretty cool seeing everything just stored on YouTube. Yeah, and like seeing conversations continue after the stream, I think is pretty cool. Like obviously people are commenting after the stream is over, and I think that's super cool. What I'll probably do with these cables is no one's going to see them, so I just probably won't do anything to. I'll probably just cheat this stuff. Just put the cables into the void. Just leave it at that. Up here. You're heading back to Canada in a month? What for? Like to live, or like you just popping over for a bit? Oh, you sent me the reel? Alright, I'll check it out. Oh, download it. Oh, okay, here we go, I guess. Open file. Why can I not select the edge? Oh, weird. It was just bugged. Okay, interesting. It's pretty cool. This might be the most minor thing ever. It's up to you if you want to do this. Oh wait, actually, no, never mind. The bar was just in the way. Why does the bar keep coming back up? Go back down. Alright. Fuck's sake. For some reason it won't stop making the bar come back up. Whatever. Alright, now we're chilling. The one thing I was maybe slightly questioning is maybe it might be nice if it doesn't rotate out of frame. It's so small that it's okay. I thought it was worse. This fucking bar. I thought it was worse because the time bar kept popping up, but it's all good. I think your turntable. maybe speed up your turntable a little bit. Like I wouldn't re-render it. I would just maybe reduce the time. I think when stuff is moving, it's cool, but I think the speed of the turntable itself is a little bit too slow. Especially this bit here, it just kind of like lingers for a long time. Like especially here. But yeah, I think maybe speed it up a little bit. Not the turn. The turn is a bit too. I wouldn't speed the flip, but the turn maybe a little bit. This is all very cool, man. But yeah, it's all super minor stuff. Oh wait, did you adjusted the model? Sick. Yeah, this is way better now. Yeah, it looks way better now that this is a bit more in line for sure. I don't know. I feel my eyes just kind of got assaulted by the blurry image. Maybe turn that down a little bit. Like that. This I think is a bit too harsh. If you have the ability to alter that. I think it's just because it went from like a nice crisp image to like a blur. It's like, whoa, okay. I think the slight change of focus is cool, but like that was just like, whoa, intense. But I think all this stuff is very cool. Yeah, man, I think your reel is pretty strong. The seat is a bit crazy, but it's alright. The bike is what you were doing a bit? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think the seat was a bit too intense. Aside from that, the rest of the presentation is cool. Are you gonna show the That's cool. Do you show the Udimist of the plane? Oh you do? Okay, sick. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Am I too busy to react to your own stream? I didn't mean to do like a stream review or anything. I was just looking at, because Garrison's one of my students. I can't remember how the topic of this came up, but if you want to, you can submit the reel and we can maybe look at it on stream on the weekend maybe. Let me just find the form. Yeah, that's not going to be like a video or anything. That was just me giving my my student actual feedback. Yeah, very cool stuff, man. I might be wrong, but it's actually very confusing for me. The cockpit will be a different file and landing gear are different, so you reference different files and combine it into a scene. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll show you. God. So let me just get rid of this reference. Yeah, so the landing gear is its own file. Let me just make a new file. Yeah, man, these changes are small. They're small nitpicky things that we can just keep going on forever. It's not like end of the world sort of stuff. No one's going to be like, I won't hire this person because their turntable is 70 frames when I want to see 50 frames. Like it's not gonna have too much of a crazy impact. Yeah, this is my master file. This is just made up of references. So there's nothing in here that's custom. everything here is a reference. So say, for example, I want to, like, look at this old landing gear, right? So we get rid of this one. Can I just change it? Is that gonna go landing gear, this one? Oh, I added a new one. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so now we just have the new reference. And we get rid of this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now this file is referencing in this file. So if I do a change to this one, like say, for example, imagine I'm going to do something dumb and delete this. If I delete this here and then I save this, go back over to this file, and then I reload the reference, oh, there we go. Now it's referenced in my stupid decision. This is the power of referencing, right? Like, it just keeps everything up to date on. Yeah. Yeah, I think you don't have to work with references. References is just like if it becomes too heavy, right? Because like, you know, with the cockpit's getting kind of crazy, but I don't need all this detail while I'm working on this. Actually, to be fair, maybe we could steal some stuff from here. Yeah, maybe we can steal something from here. These sorts of details might be useful. So if I come over here and I reference in my cockpit, cockpit 3. Okay, so now we have the cockpit referenced in here. But if I want to grab this, right, if I duplicate this, now I made a duplicate of this object. So now you'll notice there's no diamond next to this. So what happens, that means is this piece here is no longer a reference. So if I get rid of this reference now, we should still keep our original, we should still keep the new piece of geo. Reference, remove reference. Yes, remove. Oh, it took the shader though. I guess that's the only issue is the shader itself was being referenced in. But if we apply a new material, then we should be good to go. So you can take geo from the referenced files, but it's not going to keep the shader. I'm sure there might be a way of tweaking it so you can keep the shader, but it's still good. I just want the geo. What else is there to talk about references? I think that's pretty much it, right? I don't think anything else here. I've never looked at any of these other options, but I'm sure there's some useful stuff in here. How do you effectively build a Kitbash library? Usually just salvage parts from a finished model. Yes. For me, that's it, for sure. Am I using a stylus? Yeah, I use a tablet. I don't use a mouse to do this. I use a pen and tablet. Yeah, referencing is very cool. I highly recommend. All right, let's steal from the cockpit. Yeah, I mean, straight up, this would be a prime example. Imagine this cockpit is a new asset we've built before. I can just literally be like, this piece is cool. Gonna take this, gonna make this this will be my new Kitbash piece. Simple as that. That's one way of doing it. But like when you build this stuff, you use reference and stuff like that. Like this would be a cool piece actually. Let's grab this here. So duplicate, grab that, put that out there. we could take this as a, even if we just use this piece here, this could be like a nice cool little latch or something we use somewhere. So let's keep this one here. But this is how I work all the time, right? This could be some cool mechanical thing. We don't know what it is yet, but maybe we could use this. Let's duplicate this one. Let's chuck this over here as well. Like we could maybe take this and take this piece here and make this now a bit more interesting. Let's make it straight first. Like this is the general idea of like kitbashing and stuff, right? Like maybe we take this and now we suddenly have like a much more interesting piece with literally zero effort. Just like intersect this a bit here and then we resolve the intersection later. Make sure it lines up nicely. Chuck it in the corner maybe. There we go. Now we have a cooler looking mechanical piece. And then maybe we might be like, okay, we'll do some custom modeling and we'll alter the shape a bit just to make it feel a bit more in. And there we go. Now we have a new cool piece. And then we could be like, all right, this is cool. Let me grab this one here, duplicate this. Now we have a new kitbash piece we can use elsewhere. And this is just how it goes, right? You can just recycle the same shit over and over and just keep building it. And it just never ends. You can just keep bashing new things and experimenting with new forms, and that's how you do this, right? Like this is cool as well. Let's grab this one as well. Same deal. Like if we don't want to have like this box look the same as this one, we can we can just put this one on this side instead. And this is honestly, I think, the key to being like a hard surface modeler in the industry, right? Is knowing how to cut corners and do stuff like this, but like knowing what will look good if you do it right. So yeah, we just grab this one here. Scale up a little bit. Just make sure it lines up, and then there we go, dropped on. Cool. Now we have another interesting piece. Grab this one, duplicate this, and then we have another piece. And just the cycle continues over and over for eternity. Just reusing the same shit over and over. You wish you knew about this when you were younger? I mean, I got exposed to this when I was 22, I guess, and then spent several years self-teaching myself, and then that's how I got in eventually. You remember I did a mentorship for concept. How did that go? Oh, it was great. I did it with Jama Jurabrive. It was concept, like 2D and 3D. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't go down the path of concept. I went back to production. But I highly recommend his course. I thought it was very good. You know, Jama is a very cool guy. That's a cool piece. But yeah, the idea of like kitbashing is being able to like look, you know, think outside the box and see the potential of kitbash parts. Like, oh, this is cool. I think I could probably use this somewhere, stuff like that, right? And you just use things in different ways, and you just never realize that they all came from the same thing. Think outside the donut. Fucking donut. But even just like this, right? This is such a simple shape, but it has so much potential. We could do so much with this little shape. Let's put that over there. And I do this, you know, at work as well all the time. I just look at what can I salvage to make something else with. You were interested in 3D as your kid and you're no good? I mean, it takes practice for sure. It's not like you just wake up one day and you're a sick modeler. It's a lot of work. I don't know any other pieces that might be useful. I don't know, like this sort of eye comes with time, I guess. Like I'm just looking around and I'm just like, I see a piece, I'm like, okay, that piece could have potential. But like a lot, like for example, this is a cool looking piece, but I know that this isn't really going to fit in with the aesthetic of this. So we just leave it alone. How long did it take to model the cockpit? The cockpit wasn't too long, I don't think. So the cockpit is mostly Kitbash as well. I told you the cycle just continues over and over. Like all of this stuff is from Kitbash library. This whole top section was a Kitbash piece. It's just earlier you mentioned that this only a third goes into models for movies. What else goes into them? Oh, I mean, like, say for example, like you get to see like up close and personal like detail of a cockpit, right? But say for example in the movie, like you might never see inside of the cockpit, or we might add all these panel details, but then the plane is motion blurred, so you don't see any of the detail. That's what I meant by you don't see any of the detail in movies. It's just, I mean, we get to see it while modeling, but like in the context of a movie itself. Imagine a film with lots of sand, like Dune. Sand and shit everywhere. You don't see half the stuff, right? I mean, the famous Harkonnen harvester shot. Why does it not turn up this one? Oh, I didn't open the picture. You know, everyone knows this famous shot of a lot of modeling work not being visible. Oh my fucking god. I just saw an article, it just kind of makes me cringe. This one here. How Dune's real-life harvester legs elevated practical effects to new heights. Yeah, it's entirely CG, but sure. Why not? Now let's have a little read, actually. Man, this is like this is student work. This isn't even this isn't in the film. This is fan art. This is not my harvester. This one is. That's just so funny. This is a this is, yeah. A triumph of practical effects. What is this? What is this? What is this site? The result of these efforts and scenes that feel genuinely immersive, viewers can sense the weight and presence of the harvester, adding a layer of believability often missing in digitally dominated scenes. The whole fucking shot is CG. This is a CG shot. For sure. This is the most triggering article I think I've ever seen. Oh god. What the fuck? But the people don't even know, like this isn't the film. This is this is fan art. Yo, Cryptic Visionary, how's it going, man? I'm just getting triggered by the fact this article was just straight up lying and putting not student, but putting fan art and saying the legs weren't real, they were CG. Never heard of this new site? Yeah, I know. maybe we just ignore that. But yeah, how's it going, man? You've learned a lot from me since you found my YouTube channel? Sick. I'm glad. Do you have assets up on Kitbash? On Kitbash? The ignorance is wild? Yeah, it's not ignorance, it's just what people like to hear. I mean, we can literally look at it. Like, that article was just like straight up lying. Like, it's. I saw Dune Info posted something. Was it Dune Info? Who was it that posted it? It had a before and after of the harvester shot. Oh, here we go. Let me just put this here on screen for a little second. I'll just casually put this here for a sec. Dumb question number 76. What's the difference between CG and modeling? Oh, CG is just computer generated. So modeling is part of the CG process. Do you have assets on Kitbash? What do you mean on Kitbash? Sorry. What was I saying? I changed your workflow of topology wise. Sick. I mean, that's just my opinion. Some people disagree with me on how topology is, but I mean, we went from this to this. I guess. Will I do any substance painter on streams? So I'm going to use Substance Painter for the baking, but I'll probably use Mari for the texturing. So it'll probably be Mari on stream if I do anything. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. This was what's it called? Before and Afters magazine. They did a Dune thing. But yeah, when they praise this sort of stuff, it is a bit insulting, but it is what it is at this point. But yeah, have you seen the plane we've been building? Any edge redirection technique for topology? Edge redirection where? It's kind of bespoke, I guess. You've been making your way through my streams. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I started multi-streaming just because the Twitch VODs disappear and YouTube is. Some people prefer YouTube anyway, so I thought it'd be better just to multi-stream, and I can keep on my VODs on Twitch on YouTube. So it ends up being better that way. Would be fun to see me use Mari. We'll try. I don't know Mari, so I'll be learning it. We'll have to see how I feel about backseating, but we'll deal with that bridge when I get to it. We might have to set a rule of like only if I ask for help, give me help. Because if people just constantly keep constantly yelling at me, I might have to reduce the texturing on stream. Why am I going too crazy with this? Might as well just keep this simple. Put that there. That's a very fair rule. I think like the worst was like when we had well, it's not worse, it wasn't bad, but like say for example when I was learning Blender on stream, and everyone was telling me how to do everything, but like half the time it was wrong. So it was just like everyone's telling me to do all this stuff, and it was all just like not what I wanted. I mean, we've talked about this conversation so many times. The famous grouping versus collections conversation. We've had this 1,000 times already, but like, obviously, people not understanding the concept of what I meant by like having an object group. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get to it. This could be kind of nice. This piece doesn't do anything, but it could be like a nice highlight. Someone would backseat on Twitch. I know, right? It's crazy. Imagine. Yo, did anyone see? Did anyone see the Elon versus Asmongold shit on Twitter? That shit's so funny. Imagine being the world's richest person and being so insecure. Guy could literally just chill as the richest person on the planet, enjoy his life of abundance, but no, he has to make a child of himself. Literal clown stuff, I know, right? I mean, it was already cringy enough that he was like pretending to be this godlike gamer, which is fucking weird to begin with. Like, who gives a shit? But to like get upset because Asmongold talked about it, and then not only that, but like leaking his DMs and shit like that, but like in a stupid way, which just made Elon look even worse. It's just like, it was so good. Yeah, Asmon isn't his own man. He has he has editors that he answers to. That was kind of wild. Yeah, funny stuff. I had a good laugh. I had a good laugh today. Yeah, that's another thing, right? I always love when like Elon gets community noted on his own on his own platform. That's always the best. The fact he thought editors meant secret pop-up mouse, I know, right? And like the DM was so fucking tame as well. It's literally just like, hey guys, what do you think about this? Like it wasn't like controversial. It was literally nothing. That's so good. So much funny, silly internet drama. Like the other crazy drama is like the pirate software stuff was also kind of crazy. fucking World of Warcraft players are just next level in their stupidity. I don't know if anyone followed that drama about like Pirate Software versus the guild with the dungeon wipe. It's fucking stupid. It was really dumb. It's like all these other players did stupid fucking mistakes, and then Pirate ran, which fair enough. Maybe he should have helped a little bit more, but it like 80% of the damage was already done at that point, and now suddenly everyone's trying to cancel Pirate Software, which is fucking crazy over a video game. That wasn't the WoW players, it was Pirate himself? What do you mean? I think the WoW drama was like something that didn't even need to happen. Like, it's just a dungeon wipe. Well, it wasn't even a wipe. 2 people died. It's just that shit happens. You've come here to enjoy 3D and get away from that drama? Nah, but this is the sort of drama that's funny. It's so stupid. Like, it has no consequences on reality at all, but it's funny. I think this is the drama I like. Like for example, you know, the result of an election has... That drama is like, obviously, shit. Like, that has like actual consequences. This sort of drama I find funny, just because it's just like, it's so stupid. Wait, where'd the other piece go? Oh, there it is. It wasn't about the gameplay, it was about his blaming and threatening other creators to report them to Twitch and Blizzard. I mean, the dude gets like 10,000 death threats in a day. I would probably report them as well, right? Wait, what? Sorry, I missed. Is Mari individual 35 per month? I have the Foundry products because of Think Tank, and I don't know how much it costs, but I have like the faculty license or whatever it's called. He doesn't get them from any other creators, only from Parasocial Andes. I think my main issue with that whole thing was the fact that did you actually watch the clip though of like how the wipe and stuff happened? Am I working for a think tank? I've worked for a think tank for years. Garriston, literally right above you, is a think tank student that I mentored. But yeah, the clip, right? You had the warrior was dumb as fuck, who pulled in the dumbest place. You had the druid that just jumped into mobs, pulling fucking everything with it. You had the priest was doing the right thing. You had the rogue jumping around like a fucking idiot, making calls for everyone to run. So Pirate ran. To be fair, Pirate could have done more to fight to save them, but it's just like, if you guys are trying to kill yourself, why is it Pirate's position to save them? I think this is the core issue. And then in the end, they just threw all the blame on him, and then obviously he got defensive. I think that's mostly it, right? The rogue complaining about the mage not doing CC while the rogue used none of his own CC is stupid as fuck. Like, realistically, this never should have like blown up to like a big deal, right? What's that? Really didn't know when I was a student. I play well now. No, I probably shouldn't. So like pre-CG, like 15-year-old Andrew was like addicted to WoW. Like, I played WoW very heavily in vanilla and like Burning Crusade and stuff like that. Like, when WoW was like as hardcore as it gets, you know, the 40-man raids and having no life and all that sort of shit. I was like heavily into WoW back then. And I used to play Rogue. And my Rogue had, I'm not shitting you, my Rogue had 400 days played on it. So to see this Rogue do fuck all and blame Pirate for not doing anything, it's like, man, you were as useful as Pirate was in that situation. I was just like, that's why I think the drama is so stupid, because it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it just blew up to nothing, right? Rookie numbers. I mean, this was 400 days played when I was like 18. Like that's a long time ago. Like WoW was like an actual addiction for me. Like I literally had to give my account away to break my addiction to WoW. And yeah, that was a long time ago. I was 17 back then, I guess. 400 days played. In WoW terms, maybe. Oh, sorry, I've kind of missed some of the YouTube conversation a bit. It has so Mario has a free version, but it only has a 6 UDIM limit, which is just not going to cut it for me because the plane is 180 UDIMs. So yeah. You never run when someone calls run on hardcore. The group sticks together and makes sure everyone comes out alive, or everyone uses. I think also the context of, if you saw like the rest of the stream, everyone was fucking hating each other anyway. If I was playing WoW hardcore and I don't trust the group, I would probably do the same thing. I mean, I might have tried a little bit harder to help CC, but I'm not going to sacrifice my character for random people that are literally killing themselves. I think that's the main thing, right? If it was like it was just everyone just playing shit, like that's it. I wouldn't risk it if I was him. I think the only real issue was he became too defensive after the case. But if everyone's turning on if everyone's turning on Pirate immediately, I'm not surprised he got defensive. I think that's the only thing, right? If it wasn't like the immediate blame game, especially from the Rogue. I think the Rogue was like the worst part of the conversation. Dude constantly blaming everyone around while he's just running around doing fuck all, using no blind, gouging no one, literally doing nothing. He was as useful as Pirate was, except Pirate was a little bit more over there. How old am I? I'm 35. But yeah, like when I was watching all this drama, I was like, shit, this kind of makes me want to play WoW again. But no, I shouldn't. That's almost 10k hours? Shit. I mean, 10k hours as a rogue, I would have probably been pretty decent then, I guess. Pirates blinks? I mean, I think the main issue, all right, so I'll put it into this context. If I'm playing in a party with people I trust, I would be much more likely to try and save them, especially on hardcore, right? I think the fact that they already disliked each other just doesn't help, right? Like, you can see him constantly shaking his head. I think if they had just ran, they would have been fine. I think at the end of the day, like, it's not like Pirate played perfectly, right? He obviously could have done more to help, but it's kind of like, it's just like if someone's just standing there self-inflicting harm to themselves, and then they're like, why didn't you save me? It's like, I mean, maybe just don't jump into the mobs. Like, yeah. It was their second attempt of the day. They failed their first one. Yeah, I think there's a lot of context which is missing to it. I just think at the end of the day, it was just like everyone playing pretty shit. But it just blew up bigger than it needed to be. Just because, you know, it's Twitch and everyone wants drama and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I when I was watching it, I was just like, shit, this makes me want to play. For some reason, just all this drama. Just do it in 6 Udon parts? Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. I think the fact that you got kicked out of the guild for it was a bit whack. Like, come on. I think I just really disliked the rogue. I think the rogue in the group was the most annoying fucking part. And you had the tank as well, also getting mad, and it's literally the tank's fault. Like the tank pulled the mob in the worst fucking place. It's just, yeah. And then you had the druid jumping around like an idiot, pulling all the extra mobs. Meanwhile, the rogue is doing nothing but getting mad at pirate. It's just a dumb situation, right? Andrew is really inspiring us now. So, wait, what? It's great content. Yeah, that's the thing, right? This is what I mean. It was so funny. Like I was, like I really liked watching like Asmongold's video on it because he's just so blunt and like just fucking with the rogue. It's so good. Like the rogue wanted to hop on a call with Asmon. Asmon's just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. Like it was just so much drama over something that was so stupid. It was pretty funny actually. I just don't think a pirate deserves death threats over something like that. It's so fucking stupid. I think people on the internet are way too crazy with this sort of stuff, right? I don't know why people send death threats over a video game. It's insane. Yo, how's it going, Francesco? Oh, I don't know if I'd put myself on the level of Raf Grossetti. That dude's a whole other league. You've never touched WoW, not even I've been looking into it. That's so funny. Yeah. It's like the silly drama. Like the wipe was so. It's just another day in WoW, right? Like it wasn't anything special. It's just yeah. It's just funny seeing how much drama was caused over such a normal thing. I just feel bad for the priest. The priest essentially sacrificed himself to save the stupid fucking tank. You can't wait to see OnlyFangs raid in Molten Core? Shit. Oh, there's gonna be so many deaths in Molten Core? Shit, I remember learning how to deal with that. Damn, it's been so long. What did we do? I didn't get too far into the vanilla raiding. We cleared Molten Core. Is it Blackwing Lair? What's the other one that's in the same area? Where you get the Bloodfang gear from? We had... Fuck, I can't even remember the names of the fucking bosses. What's the main dragon that you get the headpieces from? Shit, I'm kind of wanting to play WoW now. That's not good. But yeah, I didn't... That's the thing, right? Like, I haven't seen anyone do... Yeah, getting a bunch of content creators to do Blackwing Lair. It's going to be interesting. I mean, Molten Core. WoW stream when? Fuck no. We're not going back down that rabbit hole. But imagine though. No, we probably shouldn't do that. I need to be productive, right? We shouldn't go down that path. Is it still... It's still like $15 a month or something, right? To be fair, with how much I played WoW, I guess I definitely got my hours worth. But yeah, fuck, I played so many hours. back in vanilla, I maxed my reputation with all 3 battlegrounds, and that was a fucking grind. Jesus. You can play basic stuff for free? Yeah, isn't it to like level 25 is free? But yeah, I don't know if I should. I have so much work I need to do. I just think hopping into WoW might be a bad decision. You're an EverQuest player before WoW came out. Couldn't handle 2 MMOs. I mean, most people can't handle 1 MMO, so I'm not surprised. 2 MMOs is a lot. Yo, Andrew, how's it going, man? Are you gonna start a character with me on WoW? You've never played? We'll keep it that way, man. We don't want it to disappear. What we're doing. Am I familiar with the node system in Mari? I'm not familiar with Mari in general, but I will use nodes. I've heard there's no reason to not use nodes. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I wonder if I was to play WoW, I would probably do WoW Classic for like the pure nostalgia, right? I have no idea what the current state of WoW is. I played like mostly for Classic and Vanilla and BC. I left for a bit and came back in Wrath of the Lich King. Left for a bit, came back in Cataclysm, and then I haven't seen it since then. Retail WoW's a mess? Really? Why? What did they do to it? I haven't played it for like 20 years at this point, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, this is the old file. Okay. I'm going to change the text latency back to what I used to have because I'm just going to do my baking in Painter and use Mari to do my actual texturing. Old files. Did I complete the Warhammer campaign? You mean Warhammer campaign? Do you mean Space Marine 2? Max or Maya, which has better control in hard surface modeling? Like non-destructive? Maya has no non-destructive modeling. So Maya loses by default. I would use Blender though if I was to pick for non-destructive, or the final boss of modeling, maybe Houdini. But yeah, probably Blender or Houdini if you want non-destructive modeling. Is Marmoset ever used in VFX? No, not really. We just use Painter for baking. Might as well just use that one. Max can do modifier. Max can do non-destructive modifiers. Yeah, I personally don't know Max, but I know it is. Shit. This is also old. I know. Yeah, Max can as well. I would personally just rather use Maya. Blender, I think. Is this one old? No, Udemy support. Oh, really? They have none at all? I thought they started adding Udemys. I changed my mind, so I'm trying to go back to the. Oh wait, it was pre last year, wasn't it? 2024. Wait, what? That can't be right. I didn't touch it for like since a year. Yeah, it looks like there's straight up like a year of time. But well, not a year, a full year, but almost a year of time between some of these models. It's kind of crazy. Which is the old one? This one. Okay, this is what I want. Okay. Modeled a teacup in Houdini once, uninstalled it after that. Yeah, like, I wouldn't use Houdini for like modeling, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't use it. I would refrain from Houdini for modeling. It's just if you want like non-destructive stuff, it might be okay. Get rid of all this shit. Get rid of this as well. Modeler is a super package for Houdini. Yeah, I've heard pretty good things about it. I just personally don't know anything about it. So the reason we're going back to this old file is I changed the UV resolution and I changed my mind and I want it to go back. So I'm just using my old file here, which this one is like, yeah, 180 items. So this is the one we're going to use. But yeah, Houdini is really good for if you want to do like procedural paneling on a massive scale spaceship, right? Yeah, Andrew, what are you playing these days? You said you were willing to come onto the stream at some point, right? You can bestow everyone your wisdom. Sick. Oh shit. I missed one of the pieces. You're addicted to Marvel Rivals? Man, I just don't see the appeal. Like, I think the art style is very cool. I think they absolutely nailed the characters and stuff like that, but it just looks so boring to me. I don't understand why it's so popular. Like, that popular, I mean. Wait, where the hell did this piece go? Oh, it's in here. There it is. Is it because of the skins? What? No, it's just... The hero shooter just never really appealed to me, I just don't think. Yeah, that's just me. Like Overwatch? Yeah, but I don't like Overwatch either. That's my main issue, I feel. I just never liked the hero shooter. To me, it just looks kind of boring. Just watching two groups walk back and forth with like a thing they're escorting. You won't like Rivals? Yeah, I won't like Rivals. Man, the real fucking... Not real. The original hero thing I can think of was like 5-on-5 arena in WoW. That was a fucking disaster. I don't think anything has made me more mad than playing like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 arenas on World of Warcraft. You were never really a fan of hero shooters on either, but I'm enjoying Rivals. I think I also just don't like superheroes. Well, I don't like superheroes. I'm just over superheroes as well. But I'm glad it's doing well. I think it's awesome that I think they absolutely nailed like the art style and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's very cool that they're doing well. What's all this stuff? Wait, so what? Can you give some example of production models that are procedural modeling? It would be like, say, for example, you have like a massive spaceship, like huge fucking monstrous ship, but you want some of the panel details in there. Instead of manually hand placing everything, you could do it through Houdini. PvP gives you stress in general. Yeah, nowadays I don't want to do PvP. Like at the moment, I'm playing through like Persona 5 at the moment. Like to me, I would rather just play games like that now. I can't deal. I don't want to deal with like sweaty people online anymore. I'd rather just chill and enjoy like a good story mode. That's how I feel about like gaming these days. I don't have the time to compete with the sweats anymore. It's funny, like every now and then, YouTube recommends me my old YouTube channel from like 20 years ago, where I used to upload like Call of Duty footage. So it's always like a nice little trip down memory lane. Like, oh yeah, so I used to make fucking Call of Duty montages and shit. No way. Let's see the trick shots. Nah, this was pre like phase and all that sort of shit, right? Wait, I'm not signed in? Oh, okay, give me a sec. Wait, how am I typing in chat if I'm not signed in? Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Sick. Yeah, I think I knew I was gonna not use the same more, so I just unlisted like all the random clips. Where is this clip? I'm not sure. There's a lot of shit. The time, oh my god, the quality of the clip is so fucking low. Sick. This was like, you can tell how long, this is Modern Warfare 2. Like this is literally just a super fucking old clip. It's so funny with this shot, I just guessed. I didn't even see anyone. I just turned in quick scope because I knew there was one last kill left. But yeah, look at the quality of this fucking clip. This is so long ago. Sick. But yeah, this was like 360p ever of YouTube. What a gamer. Yeah, I know, right? Let's look for some other stuff. Yeah, as you can see, like, I just got obsessed with shit. Some Call of Duty World at War. Shit, this was when even was World at War? Fuck, the quality of the clip is so fucking funny. 480p, hell yeah. So this was, fuck, when was this? This was, when even was World at War? I won't put the music on, I'll just get myself DMCA'd. It was 08? Yeah, this shit's pretty old. Man, it's so pixelated, I can't even see that people I'm fucking shooting at. Oh yeah, back in World at War, there was like a trick where if you flick to the right as you like no scope, it would send the bullet straight. That's why I'm like flicking like that. Ah, good memories. Yeah, that's enough of this. Zombies gave you nightmares as a kid? Oh man. But yeah, 2008, that's pretty old. MKB? What's MKB? This was pretty early to making gaming videos. Yeah, this was way before, like, I imagine I could have just ended up as like a gaming YouTuber, right? This was like way before like gaming YouTube like was a thing, right? Oh, mouse and keyboard. No, I was playing on Xbox at this time. But yeah, this was before the days of like phase, and I think Optic was just starting out around this time. PewDiePie Andrew. Imagine. No, this was like way before I got into like 3D and stuff like that, right? Oh. What else have we got here? But yeah, like maybe once every like 4 years, YouTube will just casually recommend me my old YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, sick. Let's go look at this for a little bit. Mouse and keyboard, yeah, yeah. Obviously, PC, I use mouse and keyboard. But back then, I didn't. Obviously, it was, yeah, back then it was Xbox. But yeah, I was pretty decent at Call of Duty. This was, yeah. Cool. Yeah, like this is the thing where there's no way I would want to play Call of Duty now. I don't want to deal with the me's of the past. There's some pretty funny clips down here. This sort of shit was always funny at the start of Search and Destroy. This is Black Ops. So stupid. All right, one more clip, and then we go back to work. Hit mark on the last one, unfortunately. Good old times. What was my favorite map in COD? My favorite maps, all on Call of Duty 4 for sure. I'd probably say Crash would be my favorite map. Pretty much anything used in Pro Mod. So like, I can't remember the names. Crash, for sure. What was the other ones? Can't remember the names anymore. Crash is legendary? Hell yeah. Like Crash for me is my favorite map of all time. Crossfire, yeah, Crossfire for sure. What else was there? There was three. There's Crash, Crossfire, and there's another one which is like a marketplace. No, it's not a marketplace. Fuck, what's it called? It's one of like the Middle Eastern maps. Shipment? Oh yeah, Shipment. Backlot. Yeah, I think it's Backlot. Yeah. Yeah, Shipment for the 101s. That was always good fun. Black Ops Editor was great. Yeah. Bibberman, thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate it so much. Nuketown? Nah, I never liked Nuketown. It's just after playing like Shipment, Nuketown just felt so like inferior. I just didn't really like. I didn't really get into Nuketown. Do we actually have any Nuketown clips? Actually, fuck it. Let's just keep looking. I can't actually no. This was the map I was thinking of. It wasn't Backlot. I can't remember what this map is. I don't think it's Backlot. Yeah, Call of Duty for sure. Call of Duty 4 definitely one of my all-time favorite games. No, this is Backlot. No. Okay, yeah. You're right. What am I thinking of then? City Streets. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. It's been so fucking long since I played this game. The quality of the footage is so funny. Oh, I fucking hated this map. This was like my least favorite map. Fuck that shit. No one likes this map. Oh, this is when we're doing 3-on-3 and I just like took the whole team down. Good old Call of Duty lobbies. Shit. Yeah, the funny thing is I was like, what, 18 at the time? Shit. I think so I think what are they raging about? I think it was literally just me because we were doing 3-on-3. We were doing the what's the 3-on-3 mode? And they got mad at this clip. So I got one with a grenade, just took him out. But it was this round that they got so upset by. I don't know what I did that offended them so much that they had to insult me. Well, I'm just destroying them, honestly. Oh yeah, I defended. Yeah, so we're doing. Yeah, one of them left the game. Yeah, that's right. My team was dead. Yeah, then got upset. That was good fun. Yeah, Call of Duty good this. Actually, what was this map? Yeah, this was the map. So yeah, this was the map I was talking about. I don't know if it is backlot or not. This well, obviously it's still the same map. This work stream is not very productive. We just turn into reminiscing about the good old days of gaming. Skillshare. Can I share some underrated cool tips? Man, the only modeling tip I have is just keep modeling. Like there's no magic pill I can give you which will solve all of life's problems. A HD PVR? Nah, this was pre HD PVR time. I had like I can't even fucking remember what it was. This was before HD was a thing. Like it was like YouTube. I don't think let us upload on HD at that point. This is nostalgia trip. Yeah, I know, right? You can tell in the amazing quality of the footage, right? What are the? I think Modern Warfare 2 was fun. But I still think Call of Duty for sure was like the main thing. What else we got here? The older stuff is so old. Ah, the classic. The best map in the game. But yeah, as you can see, I only just play sniper rifle. Always. Just quick scoping everyone. COD 4 was the best. Like this was like peak gaming for sure. Now I see some of the crazy shit that people are doing in modern Call of Duty, and it's like, what is that? Like, why are people sliding and doing backflips and shit like that? It's like, Killzone 2 needs a remake. I never played Killzone. That was like PlayStation, right? I was hardcore like Xbox in the day, right? This was back when Xbox was like actually good. Like Xbox 360 period was like when we had like legit Xbox. And then it all went downhill from then. You came in right before Modern Warfare 2 into War. Yeah, War was good. Oh my god, was this frame rate? Yeah, my first montage was a World at War run, I think. And then Modern Warfare 2, and then back to Call of Duty 4. How many red rings? I managed to have zero. Like I never had the red rings. The coolest models in VFX in the last decade exist because one day Andrew left COD and thought 3D was cool. Yeah. Imagine, right? So this was the back like way before like anyone like made money as a YouTuber playing video games, right? There was no Twitch or anything, right? Shit. Imagine if I just went like the full content creator way. And like this was before like I would never really came across other people quick scoping in games. It was pretty new at that point, I guess. Oh, this is the 3-on-3 mode. Just take out the whole team at once. You had some Black Ops montages that you took down in high school, and I regret it so much. Yeah, I'm so glad right before I lost the email account for this YouTube channel, I made everything public. So I can go back and watch this stuff still. You made a thing of how to quickscope from 1 wave to 2? Sick. If I went the gaming content route, would you eventually do stories walkthrough? No, if I was super competitive back then with video gaming, I would have probably gone that way. To cure my addiction of WoW, I went into doing fucking Call of Duty nonstop. So maybe not much of an improvement. We did Call of Duty instead of WoW. It was a little bit more healthier though, at least. Yeah, I wish I could put all the music on, but I'd get DMCA'd, so we probably shouldn't. Do we have any other cool, funny stuff here? Which Linkin Park song did I use? No. So back then it was a artist called Blue Starly that everyone fucking used. Look up Blue Starly. Is it what the fuck was his song? Ultra Numb or something? Yeah. Okay, this. If you want like the most overused song at the time, it was this one. 15 years ago. So yeah. Cell Dweller, yeah, Cell Dweller as well. It's Blue Starly and Cell Dweller. These were like the two used in fucking every montage back then. There actually is a Andrew going down memory lane. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy there's other old people in this chat with me. There actually is there's a concept artist I know at DICE who I actually used to watch his montages. He actually came from this. He followed the same path as me. His editing was actually fucking good. We'll chuck on one of his. I hope it's still alive. Oh shit, where is it? Did he take them down? I hope he didn't. No, here we go. Yeah, I found it. I found one of them. Yeah, so this guy is actually a concept artist at DICE. Oh, so you know, yeah, it's the same guy. This is what I was talking about. Oh, he works at Massive? I thought he was at DICE, because I know he's on Battlefield. Yeah. So I remember watching this guy's stuff. I remember watching this guy's stuff when I was playing Call of Duty. And then I can't remember where, but I thought his name looked familiar. So I messaged him and he was telling me he's trying to get into concept art. Yeah, he was super legit, Garrison. Like his editing is fucking good. And this is like 15 years ago. Like this guy was like, obviously we can't have the music playing or we get DMCA'd. But this guy was like legit, right? This was like before your average player would, I mean, your average person would know how to use 3D programs, right? Blender wasn't really an average thing, right? So this isn't him playing, he's just an editor in these. Oh no, this isn't his channel. I couldn't find his channel. I think it's not public anymore. Is your NDA applicable to other departments within the studio, or is it only relevant? I mean, yeah, NDA is like anything within the studio is we can't talk about, right? It's not department based or anything. First thing you ever did was a Cinema 4D intro for a Ninja Diffuse video. Sick. But yeah, like it was mind blowing, like doing VFX in these sorts of movies, right? Like ripping the 3D models and like doing custom animations and shit like that. Like that was big stuff in the day. But yeah, it kind of blew my mind when like I'll find his actual work now because he's a concept artist. But yeah, so he went from doing like Call of Duty montages and stuff like that, which is very cool. And this is his art station. Yeah, Lars Solig. I mean, I don't know, I probably butchered his name, but here we go. But yeah, this dude's a super legit concept artist now. You saw his course on Let's Squared. Yeah. So I used to watch this guy's frag movies when I played Call of Duty like 15 years ago. It's like it's such a small world. But yeah, this guy came from doing frag movies for Call of Duty, and now he's a super sick concept artist. All right, that was a nice fun trip down memory lane, but it's almost midnight, so I'll probably bounce now. But yeah, it made me feel good that I'm not the only old person in the fucking stream at the moment. But yeah, that was good fun. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I greatly appreciate it. We'll go back to our doing normal, more productive stream on Sunday. But yeah, I'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.